it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Liverpool 1. You are all very welcome along to your match reaction for the game that has just taken place at the Lane. And what a crazy game it was. 2 red cards for Liverpool, but 2 goals for Spurs that gives Ange Postecoglou's boys all 3 points. That was crazy. That was crazy. Really hard to watch at times, especially those last 10 minutes. I've got to be honest with you guys. I didn't see that goal coming. I thought Liverpool were sat back brilliantly. I thought the subs that Klopp made were fantastic. And I couldn't see us breaking them down after we took off Son and Maddison, but we did end up breaking them down. I thought before, we did score that goal, the balls and crosses we were putting into the box, they just weren't good enough. They were floaty, they were slow. First ball that we put into the box with a bit of pace ends up in the back of the net. I don't believe it was fortunate. I believe you create your own luck in football, and we did with that Pedro Porro cross. It was a fizzed-in ball, caused problems in the box for Liverpool, and we end up taking all 3 points away in that game. A game that, based on the circumstances that evolved, we should have taken all 3 points away. I mean, you're looking at a draw before the game against Liverpool as a good result, but once they went down to 9 men, you're looking at that game as it's a must-win. We cannot drop points to 9 men. I don't care what team they are. I don't care, how their mentality monsters or how good they are. You cannot be dropping points to a team with 9 men when you've got 11. And we didn't. We didn't, thank God. Brilliant ball from Porro, caused problems in the box, scored our second goal. Limbs in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's 3 wins in 3 at the Lane under Ange Postecoglou and this season. He's going to turn that place into a fortress, just like he did, at Celtic with Celtic Park. Celtic Park has always been a fortress, but I don't believe Ange Postecoglou lost a home game at Celtic. I don't believe he did even in this job beforehand. So, look, Ange has a very, very good home record. That's continuing in his time at Tottenham Hotspur. And look, what a result it was. You've got to look at the result at the end of the day, take away all the controversy, the red cards, the goals, how crazy a game it was, and say we came away with all 3 points against the top side. That is what matters. Let's go through what happened in the game, because there was a lot that did happen in the game. The game kicks off. Liverpool started quicker. 7 shots, I believe, within the first 20 minutes. Salah, every single time he got the ball going forward, he looked dangerous, and him versus Udogie looked a bit of a mismatch, if I'm 100% honest. Don't get me wrong, I still rate Udogie, and I think he put in some good tackles today, just like he did in the Arsenal game. And I understand these are 2 quality players in Saka and Salah, but both have got the better of him, and both have skinned him a fair few times in both games. So look, I think Udogie, he needs to fix up, look sharp like Dizzy Rascal a little bit in the next game, but I still rate the guy. I think he started this season really well, and just like that game against Arsenal, he did adapt to Mo Salah, just like he did with Bukayo Saka as the game did go on. But look, as I say, Liverpool started better, chance after chance, but it was Tottenham who took the lead. As per usual with Ange Postecoglou, we start quite slow, grow into the game, play some fantastic passes, create a few chances. We did create a few chances, and we took the lead thanks to an absolutely phenomenal through ball from James Maddison to Richarlison, who plays simple pass into Son, who taps it in to the back of the net. A beautiful goal created by James Maddison yet again. That guy's absolutely mint. He's quality. So quality. And Sonny, with his 6th of the season. How are Spurs going to replace Harry Kane's goals? I'll tell you how. Heung-min Son. That's how Spurs are going to replace Harry Kane's goals. Great performance from him again today, but we'll get onto performances a little bit later. Nevertheless, Spurs take the lead. Liverpool go down to 10 men. I forgot to say as well, Liverpool had a goal disallowed before that from Diaz, a really good finish. Not a lot we could do about that, but Liverpool, as I say, have a man sent off. A lot of questions about whether that was a red or not. I believe it was a red all day. I've got to be 100% honest with you guys. I think I don't understand how that's not a red. I don't understand how that's not a red. It's a reckless, dangerous challenge that almost injures it. It could have been, I know it sounds ridiculous, but a career-ending injury for Bissouma. It's an absolutely stupid tackle put in. I don't care about real time. The slow-mo's enough for me to see that it is a red card. A lot of people very divided on that, but I don't understand these people who are going to go, oh, Liverpool were robbed by VAR. Because even if you're on the side of it wasn't a red card, I don't understand how anyone can be on the side of, oh, it's not even warranting a yellow. It's a disgraceful red card. No, you can at least look at it as, yeah, I do understand that as a red card. And I think it was a red card. I think the right decision was made. But look, Spurs were all over Liverpool from then until half-time. Really, really good goal from Liverpool. I think Porro should be a little bit closer to Virgil van Dijk in my opinion, but he heads it back for Cody Gakpo, who turns, injures himself in the process, but scores a goal. And that was a hard one to take. It's like, okay, we've taken the lead, they're down to 10 and everything's going our way, and then right before half-time, we're hit with that. So, headed into half-time 1-1, started the second half off, Spurs, the dominant team. But the one thing that was scaring me a lot during that game was how dangerous Liverpool looked when they braked. And we shouldn't have allowed that. We should not have allowed Liverpool, every time they broke on us, to look like they were going to score. They were down to 10 men, but look, Salah given so much space, Diaz given so much space. They didn't really have any clear-cut chances defensively. We ended up doing a decent job on them, but the amount of times they were breaking and looking like they were going to score, we shouldn't have allowed that with them being down to 10 men. But look, we were the dominant side in the second half. Diogo Jota then gets sent off. This one, I don't understand how anyone can argue it. The first one's a yellow. The second one is a yellow. It's not a straight red, but it is a yellow. It's a red card. Liverpool go down to 9 men. I thought, Liverpool, in a way, were very unlucky not to get anything out of this game. Because, I know Jurgen Klopp calls them mentality monsters, and that's quite cringy. But we saw it against Newcastle, how good they were. And I really thought they were going to dig in to get a result. I thought the subs that Klopp made were fantastic, bringing on some big centre-backs, Trent as well, to play a ball forward if you need one, and to defend. He actually did an okay job when he came on. But I thought their defence, and those defensive subs were really good, and their defence was really good as a whole until that Joel Matip own goal. As I say, really clever subs from Klopp. Going forward, you've got bigger players in set pieces. That's your biggest chance to score when you're down to 9 men. And defensively, you're stopping us putting balls into the box, or at least high ones. It was a low one from Pedro Porro. 95th minute, I believe. We dug in deep, just like the Sheffield game. When the chips are down, Tottenham Hotspur pull out 4 of a kind. Tottenham Hotspur pull out 4 aces. Brilliant ball from Porro. As I say, I would like to say brilliant finish. It was rifled into the net from Matip, wasn't it? But look, Liverpool fans can cry. They can think that the world's against them, as they always do, But at the end of the day, the first one, it's not a case of, it's definitely not a red. For me, it was a red. I would have gone with a red. I could have understood if it wasn't given, but I don't think it's as clear-cut as it is nowhere near a red. It's an absolute joke that that's being given a red, which some people are going to try and portray, especially Liverpool fans. But look, I thought they dug in deep. I thought they were unlucky not to get anything. I thought in a way we were quite lucky to get something out of the game. I have to be honest, I think Andrew's been getting most things right at Spurs. I thought it was the wrong decision to take off Young and Son and Maddison, our 2 most creative players. We were offering nothing, and we got that little bit of luck to score that second goal. But as I say, you create your own luck in football. Pedro Porro rifles it in. The first proper cross that we put in goes into the back of the net. And 2-1 win for Spurs. Every Spurs fan on cloud 9 again. And you've got to look at that as Manchester United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. We headed into the season looking at those fixtures as either losses or draws. We've taken 7 points out of Arsenal away. We always lose at the Emirates. We got a result there. 3 points against Manchester United and a huge 3 points against Liverpool. And that is massive. I understand the circumstances, but we never beat these lot. It's always the same situation. Luck doesn't go our way. And I know, Liverpool fans can, argue about luck today and say we're lucky. As I say, I've said it a few times on this video. I believe you create your own luck. But things have gone their way before against us. We've missed huge chances. Decisions haven't gone our way. And we haven't beaten these lot since that 4-1 win under Mauricio Pochettino. Every time since then, Klopp's got the better of Poch, got the better of Nuno. He actually didn't play Nuno, but he's got the better of Poch, Jose, Conte. Couldn't get the better of Big Ange Postecoglou. Huge win against the team we always struggle against. Spurs breaking many, many curses so far this season. All aboard the Big Ange train. And keep this run going, lads. Keep this run going, because every fan is on cloud 9. In terms of player ratings, which we're going to get onto now, Vicario for me, I'm going to give a 7. I don't think he can do anything about the goal. I did think he, made a couple of good saves, but he didn't have too much to do. I'm going to go with a 7 for Vicario. Udoshi, I have to be honest, I'm going to give him a 6. I think he made some good challenges on Salah, but also got himself booked silly, very similar to the Saka game. I think Salah got the better of him, and I think Salah was unlucky not to get a goal in that game. So I'm going to give Udogie a 6. As I say, we can't be too harsh on the lad. He's still young, he's still learning, and the way he started this season is fantastic for Tottenham Hotspur. Centre-backs, Romero I thought was awesome today. I thought Romero was really good. I thought against Arsenal, yes, the penalty wasn't really his fault and the deflection's at a tough height, but I didn't think his performance as a whole was amazing. I thought he was on it today. I thought every pass he played, he pretty much got right. I thought he made some big challenges. I thought he was forward so much as well. I was surprised by how forward thinking he was in this game. So Romero, I'm going to give him an 8. Other centre-back, Mickey van den Ven, not as good a performance from him, as against Arsenal. He wasn't necessarily bad, but that performance against Arsenal was phenomenal. I'm going to give Mickey a 7. Didn't really put a huge foot wrong, and at the end, when Liverpool could have broke, made some big challenges. Right back, Pedro Porro. It's a very mixed bag with Porro. Defensively, at times, I thought he was really good. Defensively, at times, I thought he was really bad. I think he, gave Diaz quite a bit of space in that first half. I don't think he should have done that. But I also think he made some good challenges going forward. I think he played some terrible balls in. But I also think that he played some brilliant ones. And he is the reason that we did end up winning that game. That through ball to him, he rifles it into the box. And because of that, I'm going to give the guy an 8. Because of that, I'm going to give the guy an 8. Moving on to the midfield, Bissouma. I don't think Arsenal today were his best performances, but he was still good and better than any Liverpool midfielder on the pitch. Once again, just like he pocketed Martin Odegaard, he pocketed Szoboszlai. Nothing for Szoboszlai to do in this game. He's pocketing these top midfielders everyone's raving on about. So Bissouma, for me, I'm going to give him a solid 7. Other two midfielders, Maddison, I'm going to give him an 8. I think every time he turned, he looked like he was trying to create something. He's a top quality player. Pape Matar Sarr, what a performance from Pape Matar Sarr. I'm going to give an 8.5. I don't think it quite warrants a 9, but I think he made some brilliant challenges. I thought he drove through that midfield brilliantly. The last few games he's almost played as a DM, whilst Biss has been box to box. I think Pape Matar Sarr was quality today. I'm going to give him an 8. Front three, one of Richarlison's better performances. I'm going to give him a 7. Heung-min Son, another huge goal, another dying run. We looked like we lacked something, even though we did score the winner when he was brought off, Heung-min Son. So I'm going to give Heung-min Son another 8. And Kulusevski, I thought towards the end of the game, he turned into a little bit of a one-trick pony again, a little bit too predictable. But I thought for the other 70 minutes, apart from the last 20, Kulu was really, really good, especially in that first half. The ball was glued to his feet. I thought we actually played better in the first half, even though we had more shots and what have you in the second half. But because of the circumstances, Liverpool being down to 9, you'd expect that. I think in the first half, once we grew into the game, we were the better team than Liverpool. Is 2-1 a fair result? I'd argue it was with the circumstances. A lot of decisions to debate in there. Some big missed chances for Liverpool as well. We could have been ahead if it weren't for that brilliant save from Alisson when Maddison struck us. So look, crazy game, huge 3 points. So that is all that matters. Thank you, brilliant people, for watching. Take care of yourselves, all the best, and as always, come on you Spurs. In Big Andrew we trust. Enoch and Levy out. I'm loving Big Andrew instead. Come on you Spurs.